hostage for harboring the target of a murderous syndicate during a 12-hour period in which all crime is legal. This is The Purge. I didn't know what to expect from The Purge because in the trailer I thought it looked pretty cool and the cast is really good, but at the same time it seemed like it could be really dumb, and it turns out it is pretty dumb, but it is a freaking blast to see with a big crowd in a theater. I think it only works with a big screaming crowd in a theater. I think if I watched it at home alone, I might not have been really as into it, but as it is, I'm well aware and I can acknowledge that it's pretty dumb, but it was a lot of fun. But let's get a little more into The Purge, starting off with the plot and the writing, which I thought was interesting and it felt fresh. Maybe that's more in the directing than in the writing. And I thought the concept was pretty cool. I thought at the beginning, the way it was all sort of put out there for you was very clever, and the fact that everyone was kind of nonchalant about it, especially Ethan Hawke's character, really worked because it made you feel like it was something that's been going on for years, because the year is 2022 and it's supposed to be going on for I don't even know how long, and it definitely felt that way. As far as the directing goes, like I said, maybe it's more in the directing than the writing that it felt kind of fresh and fun and exciting, which is only to a point. I think it started to get a little bit tedious in maybe the last third, maybe the middle to the last third. It started to just become like, okay, this is all we're going to get. There's not going to be any more plot development, really. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, if you're in a packed theater with a bunch of people screaming, it's non-stop twist and turn. Someone's about to get killed and then someone stops them. You know, it's a lot of fun. But, you know, as far as plot development, character development, not really a whole lot there. Although I will say there were some interesting morality issues brought up, such as what to do with the guy that's in the house. And so I was impressed with that just because I was sitting there wondering, like, what would I do in this situation? And the camera style was pretty cool. I thought that there was some very sort of disturbing things going on, like when people are just going through the house destroying things. That was pretty creepy, actually. And so I thought that even though it got, like I said, to be just the same thing going on, and it certainly is only fun with a big crowd of screaming people, I did think that it had that fresh feeling to it, which was very welcome. And acting-wise, I was really impressed by one performance specifically, but it wasn't any of the major leads. Ethan Hawke, I love Ethan Hawke, and it seemed like he was having a really good time in this movie. Like I said, the nonchalant attitude toward the whole Purge situation, I thought worked very well. So I thought he was good. Lena Headey, if that's how you pronounce it, didn't really seem as into it. It was kind of weird. And then the kids, you know, this is in the writing too. I forgot to mention this. The kids were awful. Writing-wise, everything they did, they were completely inept, and every time that their lives were in danger, I wanted them to just die. I really didn't care about them. The person I thought was great, though, was Reese Wakefield as the main creepy guy. He, like, just freaked me the hell out. He was fantastic, and people were laughing at him, but I didn't think he was funny. I thought he was terrifying, and so I thought he did a great job. I would love to see more stuff that he does in the future. All in all, I had a great time with The Purge while I was watching it, but I definitely don't think it would work without, like I said, a screaming crowd of people saying, you know, don't go in there, bugging out when someone jumps around the corner. But that is all I have to say about The Purge. I'm very curious to know what you thought of it. Did you see it with nobody in the theater? What did you think? Did it work at all, or were you just wanting to get the hell out of there? Did you see it with a full house? Was everybody going crazy and screaming and yelling and cheering, getting on their feet even? I thought that, like I said, Reese Wakefield was fantastic. What did you think of him? Did you think he was over the top? Were you laughing at him? Or did you think he was creepy like me? Let me know anything else that you want about The Purge. And that's pretty much it.
We're gonna make it through tonight, and everything is gonna be okay.
Nothing is ever going to be okay again.